So as you know, we like to make fun of people on TikTok, mostly because we like to make fun of people and we like to make fun of TikTok. But there is a hashtag on TikTok called Booktok, and I have to be able to support that since I write books and since I love books, and I like the fact that people are getting together to talk about books, even on TikTok. Part of that hashtag is people, mostly women, talking about the dirtiest books they love, the really filthy books they love. So we figure they're already degrading themselves. We can degrade them further, and maybe we can even degrade ourselves along the way. I mean, because really, when you're degrading people, the important thing is not what you do to them. It's the degrading that you do to yourself along the way.
Too much bondage, not enough discipline.
So let us listen to people on TikTok talking about the filthiest books they love to read, and it's describing why you should read them too, because why should you be left out of the degradation? We're all in this together.
Friends to know and ways to grow, a reading rainbow.
Here are the dirtiest, filthiest, spiciest books I've read. We're going to start off strong with some Jade West, because Jade West spices best. First up, we've got Daddy's Dirty Boss, and it's all in the title. Yes, she just turns of age and she's interning for her father's boss, and she ends up polishing his dome. Sugar daddies. So this is two guys, one girl. Let's just say they end up splitting the bill, if you know what I mean. She's the bill. They split her in half. And then we've got the naughty list. This might be a Christmas book, but I do recommend reading this all year round. It's Christmas time, and what do you do when you need some extra cash? Well, I should be saying, who do you do? And the answer is anyone. And what started out as a pretty average Christmas ended up being a pretty nice one for her. Wolf by Paisley Hope. Firstly, this cover is absolutely stunning. This is a bad boy, good girl motorcycle romance. He is a major boy, and she's just different to the other girls. So he's lured in by her innocent Venus flytrap. Then we got the Next Level series by Brianna Michaels. First book is Glitch. This is about two online gamers. They're friends, but they're only friends online. They haven't met yet until she needs somebody to fix her hard drive. Book number 2 is Flip. So this is a single mum romance with brother's best friend. It's so good. It's so forbidden. The third book is Click. This has all the primal goodness in it. So he's a boudoir photographer. She comes in to have her photographs taken after splitting up with her partner. And it turns out they met online on a schmink app. And yes, he digits her fidget.
So I like this because it degrades so many levels of humanity at the same time, right? Because, you know, I'm an old-fashioned guy, kind of a gentleman guy, and I look at all women, potentially at least, as ladies. So first, she gets rid of that illusion right away. We understand that this is a woman who is as steeped in filth and self, you know, begriming as any man could possibly be. And so that gets rid of that illusion. And then she's British. And, you know, I have that old-fashioned idea that the British are somehow a little bit elevated, a little classier than us. No, that was also an illusion. They're just like just a woman with her head stuck in it's mud. She's just it should have just been a picture of a woman with her face stuck in mud, a British woman, and we could have said, oh, British women, if you thought that Brits were higher than us, no. If you thought that women were higher than men, no. This is just a woman with her face stuck in filth. So I think that accomplished a lot. Let's move on to the next one.
He busts her lip open and then shoves her head underwater. They're on a boat, and there's sharks everywhere. So she's bleeding into the water from her mouth, and there's sharks swimming, and then he proceeds to get jiggy with her while he's still holding her head
while he's drowning her
under the water. We listen and we don't judge.
So this is a thing on TikTok. We listen and we don't judge. We did this once before. And what I like about it is I listen and I judge. See, that's the thing. They listen to each other and they don't judge. Although, God, if I'm that guy, I'm thinking like, what have I done? What have I done with my life? How did I get into this place?
God, why do you hate me?
Like, I think that book must have been written by 2 or 3 people, because I don't think any one person has ever had that fantasy. I do not think there is a woman on earth who's sitting around going, well, you know what, I got, if sharks and the face in the water and I'm drowning, and yeah, that's what, I think 3 people had to come up with, you know, like you could just see 3 guys right in a room going, hey, I got one. How about we shove the face in the water? Yeah, we could put some sharks. Yeah, sharks. And then she falls for it. And that guy should just be saying, we listen and we don't judge, as he's sidling toward the door and then run away.
The internet of the 90s promised a democratic virtual world where individuals, not governments or corporations, held power. Today, that vision seems distant, if not gone. Big tech dominates our digital lives with companies not just serving ads, but potentially influencing our political choices through controlled content delivery. The original internet promised personal freedom and control over your information journey. There is a way to reclaim that control and freedom. It is called ExpressVPN. When you browse the internet, your service provider tracks everything you do, building a profile that data brokers sell to advertisers and government agencies. This constant surveillance means we're being watched and manipulated online. With ExpressVPN, my entire online traffic flows through secure, encrypted servers, preventing even my internet provider from monitoring my activities. I can browse freely without surveillance. ExpressVPN also masks your IP address, the digital identifier that companies use to track and manipulate your online experience. I put these things on everything. I put them on my computer, I put them on my phone, I put them on my iPad. It's simple to use with just one click. ExpressVPN works seamlessly across all your devices, just like it does on mine, and you can find out how you can get 4 months free by scanning the QR code on screen, clicking the link in the description box below, or by going to expressvpn.com/Andrew Klavan Show.
You want some nasty, filthy, disgusting romance books? I got you. First on the list, we have What Was Meant to Be by QB Tyler. This is an age gap, dad's best friend, forbidden romance. He wants her to move in with him, and so she makes a deal. She's like, if you let me pay you, then I'll move in with you. Yeah. We have Reckless Heart by Brighton Walsh. This is book 4 in her Starlight Cove series. He's a romance author, and one night when he's at the bar, he sees this girl with a shut the up and take this a good girl sweater on, and he looks at it and he smirks. And they have a one-night stand, and then they think they're never gonna see each other. Turns out he's her best friend from college boyfriend, and now she's working for them. Anyway, they go to the park on a little datey date. Why does he have her warm his in public at the park while there's fireworks? I mean, just straight up made her take a seat and just stayed there. I think about that book, not gonna lie, every single day. It was so spicy. Just the way he talks, the dirty talking. If you've never listened to any one of my recommendations, listen to that one.
See, here's something I don't understand. You know, I like her enthusiasm, but knowing what men are like, you can get them to do anything you want, right? I mean, women, all you have to say is like, I like this, and guys are like, okay, great, you know? So why fantasize? See, men have to fantasize. Men have to fantasize because if we told women what we were fantasizing about, they'd hit us and then they'd leave us, right? So we don't ever tell women what our fantasies are. But if a woman tells a man what her fantasy is, he's like there, you know, he's like, yes, baby, I'll do that. I love it. I'll do it. You know, as long as it doesn't involve another guy. That's the only one they get a little shy about. But still, why? I don't even understand why women have sexual fantasies. It's all theirs for the taking. Men will do anything. But, you know, who knew? Now, you learn something every day.
I've been practically drowning in my reading slump. I have not been able to get out of it. My TBR is not hitting. I've ordered some books online which are coming in the mail. However, I need something today. I've been so devo about this reading slump, so I ordered this. It's Him. It's written by Serena Bowen and Ali Kennedy. It is a gay, male-on-male romance, enemies to lover vibe, I guess. And I've seen it on TikTok, and I was doing some research today. I was like, why not? I'll get it. It might pull me out of my reading slump. Got it on my Kindle. I don't read on my Kindle usually. I'm lucky I'm reading this on my Kindle because I don't want anyone to see what I'm reading. Because this is the smuttiest smut I've ever read. So if you're looking for a gay smut book, this might be right up your alley. And not gonna lie, I'm loving it. I can't put it down. So I'll let you guys know how I go.
So if you're looking for gay smut, I think was where he lost me. But still, I do think this, if you don't want people to know what you're reading, I understand why you think that your Kindle is a good way, because nobody can tell what is in your Kindle when you're reading it. On the other hand, you're now online buying this stuff. So, you know, like I have no comment about this fellow's sexuality, but his brains, I think we should question. I deeply apologize for having done this video It was degrading to me. It was degrading to the people in TikTok, and I'm sure it was degrading to you as well, although maybe that's why you're here. I don't know. In which case, don't tell me. If you're into self-abasement, like and subscribe. And don't forget to subscribe to The Andrew Klavan Show if you want some real self-abasement wherever you get your podcasts.